Could there be another tradie uprising on the cards for Melbourne? Remember when the tradies protested for a week back in 2021 after Dan Andrews shut down their industry?
Whoa! Whoa! Fuck up! Whoa! What the hell, man? Whoa! 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 Fuck the jet! 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 Yes!
It looked like the tradies were finally calling out their corrupt union and their dodgy ties to the Labour Party. But it all died down. The leaders quashed the criticism, and not only that, but the union successfully convinced them to vote Labour again, ensuring that Dan Andrews got voted back into power. They used a desperate strategy, telling their members, yeah, we know Dan Andrews is an asshole, but you have to vote for him. If you don't vote for him, then you'll lose your jobs under any other party that wins. You won't be able to feed your families, so you best vote for Dan. In their own words, it was Dan's a prick, but he's our prick.
Now, regardless of what we think about Dan Andrews, everyone's got their own opinion. We actually need Labor to get in. So the message from our union leaders, the executives, was you not vote for Dan Andrews, you vote for your fucking job. Yeah, regardless of what we think about the man himself, everyone's going to have their own opinion, and that's fine. He goes, but we need to vote for our jobs. If Liberal get in, we won't be sitting in places like this. There'll be fuck all around. At the moment, they said we've got work for the next 10, 15 years. If Liberal do get in, we're fucked. Vote for your jobs. That was the message. Regardless of how you think about Dan.
I cannot stand unions. They're such frauds. They co-opt the Eureka flag. They hook the members in with meaningless slogans like Union Strong, with this unspoken understanding that if you're against the union, then you're against this nice big happy family who's just looking out for one another. They're dirty propagandists. They do the exact opposite of what they claim to do. And by that I mean that they say they stand for the worker while they actually keep the worker down, while all those at the top get their weasels greased. And usually this greasing of the weasels goes back and forth between union members, politicians and the media. There's a lot of people in those groups who need to go wash their mouths out and brush their teeth. So after being frightened into voting for Labour, we're now starting to hear of a huge number of construction projects that might have the pin pulled on them, including the airport rail link.
Hundreds of workers have been stood down as Melbourne's controversial airport rail link project ground to a halt. 500 were given the news today as a review of federal funding put it under a cloud.
There's going to be more of these project cancellations coming soon. Let's see if the tradies have got any balls, if they're going to stand up to their owners and to the government that continually takes the piss out of them.
You're a fucking sellout, John! You're a fucking sellout! Not the union! You